Okay, let's get this camera turned on. Welcome everybody. It's Jerry Handy Senior here, JerryHandy.com, empowering entrepreneurs through education. Let me get my microphone situated here. It's one of these Zoom H4 microphones. So I had to make sure this dude is doing what it needs to do. But anyway, I want to welcome everybody. Hey, it's Jerry here. Just wanted to make sure we touch base with everybody and everybody is on the same page here and that we can get this thing rocking and rolling. This is a little bit after 8 o'clock. It's right at, I'm at it 3 minutes after. Had a little bitty technical glitch just trying to get this thing kicked off, but I think we're good now. But again, welcome everybody. Appreciate you guys for taking out the time this afternoon to jump on this training call. I want to say first and foremost, it's very important for me, for one, to share this content with you. Just understand right up front, there's absolutely nothing for sale. The whole name of this empower you to help you to open up your eyes in some areas that you may not be familiar with as far as the online marketing space and the world goes as far as the entrepreneur. So anyway, we'll give everybody a couple of seconds here. If you have a couple of, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give everybody a couple of seconds to jump on. I want to just try to dive right into it. I do, for all intents and purposes, respect your time, and I will not waste your time. I will share with you the content that we have put together for you to kind of give you an inside scoop on how this real online marketing stuff works for you can start having some success in business if that's what you choose to do. So let's go on the road. This here. Okay, I'm trying to check on something here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I hope everybody can hear me okay. Let me do this here real quick let's see here. Let me enable the chat box and I want you guys to go ahead and type in the chat box if you can hear me okay. Make sure we're good there. Speaking into the ether land, ether world, or what do you want to call it there. Make sure everybody can hear me. I know that also this is a Google platform, so there is a little bit of a delay. So if I can't get your response immediately, just understand that there is a little bit of a delay, probably like a 20-second delay. So by the time I'm saying this, you're probably just not getting the message that it's a delay. So if you're familiar with how Google works, that's kind of the way they play their game. So I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. All right, waiting for responses here. Waiting for responses. Okay. All right. Hope you can. I know that the other thing was that the application sometimes hung up on some individuals that's trying to come onto the line. So I respect that as well. But we're okay. Just waiting to see if everybody can hear me okay. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Now, one other thing I wanted to do here real quick, guys, if you can, I'm going to do a quick little poll for those that are online right now. I'm going to do a quick little poll. And what I want you to do is I want you to share with me where you're logging in. Okay. So I just put up a poll here. To tell me where you're logging in from, just go ahead and click either United States or outside the United States. I know we have, especially those that are on my list, have several individuals that are outside the United States, mainly in the United Kingdom. So I wanted to make sure that I don't keep you guys up too late if you're trying to watch this early in the morning or late at night. It's 8 here, so it's probably about 1 o'clock there. So hats off to you if you stayed up to get on the training call. I definitely want to respect your time for sure. So go ahead and vote real quick if you guys can do that. I would appreciate it very, very much. All right. So let's see here. We got that. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to close this down here in just a second. So I'll give you guys probably about 10 seconds to go ahead and do that. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's close down this poll. Okay. In the poll. And look like we got everybody here from the United States so far. So that's cool. Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you much. Awesomeness. Great. Okay, so let's get this thing kicked off, guys. Again, my name is Jerry Handy Sr. Right here from the big state of Texas. I wanted to spend a few minutes with you guys tonight to share this training with you to help you. I know that there's a lot of individuals that have, requested certain types of training and what have you. So I wanted to be respectful of that. My whole goal and my whole intention is to share this content with you to help you to put you on a better footing, a better path, create some type of success for yourself going forward. I know from online for a number of years now that this little online marketing thing can be a little tricky. It can be overwhelming. It can kind of get you to going into so many different directions that you don't really know, what's going on or what to do or how to do it. And this goal tonight is just kind of give you a simple game plan for what's out there and what things that you can actually do, the types of businesses you can actually get involved in, which ones would be more beneficial for you, especially if you're brand new to online marketing. I definitely understand how that works. So you guys just bear with us here. We're going to be doing some shifting gears here just a second. I'm going to share the screen, but I got trying to watch this panel over here because I know that there are some other individuals coming on. But anyway, welcome to everyone that's coming on. Even for those that had a strong desire to make it on tonight and may not be able to make it, I wanted to say hello to you as well because I know you're going to watch the replay at a later time. We'll put that out here as well so you can kind of go back and take notes and what have you. And I would encourage you to take some notes if that's something that you desire to do, so that we can have this kind of embedded inside of you and with you so you can take this to greater heights and greater degrees. So anyway, let's get it going. I wanted to change gears. What I'm going to do here real quick is share my screen with you so we can walk through this little presentation that we put together so that you'll have this before you. So let's do that real quick. I want to say first and foremost, if you have any questions, please hold your questions to the end because once I change screens or open up the screen share, I'm not able to see the chat box and what have you. So, as a matter of fact, go ahead and disable the chat box so that you can't do any chatting while we're live because I want you to stay focused on what it is that we're doing here. So anyway, again, let's get this thing kicked off. Let me share the screen here real quick and we'll get this show on the road. Okay. All right, so I'm going to share the screen and we'll go get this thing on the road. Let's do it. Right here, start screen share, and we should be good to go. Let me open this up and go right here and boom. All right, now it's again, it may be a delay on your end, but I've just opened up screen share, and on my screen it says 3 keys to faster online success. So let's just dig right into it, guys. I'm excited about sharing this with you. Been looking forward to it pretty much since we posted the uh, the, uh, the train here just a few days ago. And thank you so much for taking out the time to come on tonight. Again, my name is Jerry Handy Sr. For those who are just not coming on, I want to again welcome you once again. Let me give you a little bit of background on me. I didn't actually put any slides about me in the presentation here tonight, but I want to try to give you guys that may not be familiar with who I am. Of course, I've been online since about 2010. I, came on, of course, with a background in the multi-level marketing world, home-based businesses, specifically in the early 80s, mid 80s, somewhere along in there. When we started out with a company by the name of Amway, a local friend of mine introduced me to it. And I saw the potential of it. I saw the residual aspect of what it can do for you and what it can do as far as time freedom, as far as financial freedom. So it's very, very attractive for me. And it kind of got me going down that rabbit hole, so to speak, and chasing the dream and going after things that I knew was possible because I'd seen it happen for so many other people, and I didn't want to miss out on what was available to those who had just a burning desire, to do something other than what they have always done. The traditional route of going to school, getting education, getting a degree, getting out of college, going to work for individuals for, 30 and 40 years, that, of course, that's traditional. That's what most people have done. That's the way we've been taught as far as the culture is concerned, especially since we've taken a poll and we've got 100% of the individuals that are right here in the States. We understand the process. We understand what moms and dads do for the kids, set aside so many educational funds that send us off to college to get those degrees so that we can work for individuals. But, if you have that entrepreneurial bug, something that, you've gotten bit by, it rubs you a different way when you know that there is something greater out there. So needless to say, that's kind of the journey for us, just kind of getting started in the home-based business world and had some success, in this company. Well, actually not the first company, but actually a company later on down the road. It was still in the multi-level marketing arena, coming by the name of ACN, American Communications Network. Kind of rose through the ranks there pretty quick, built a team, had some success. We were traveling all over the country, Ohio, California, Secaucus, New Jersey, Houston, Texas, just all over, just doing big things and having a group, travel here and there and just having a lot of fun and learning a lot of things. But the biggest thing for me, especially in the offline world, was that the way the trainings went was that you had to, of course, as they teach each and every person that I'm aware of that joins a network marketing company, is that they teach you target individuals, of course, that are in your quote unquote warm market. Friends, associates, people like that know you, like you, trust you, that kind of stuff. And you, of course, have the job of taking your product, your service, your opportunity to them to show them, what it is that you have to offer. The biggest thing that I didn't understand and I didn't really have an inkling or a clue as to how it works was that I was actually targeting the wrong people. You can have a list of friends, but they may not be entrepreneurial minded. They may be negative minded. They may be, skeptical. They may be a little, beside themselves as far as trying to do something different. The thing is once you get off into this culture of, working a job for so many years and you've seen so many other people do the same thing, it's hard to think outside of the norm. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur, of course, you got to think a little bit differently. So that's kind of where we were, thinking about things that we could do to better ourselves, to better our family situation, what have you. So we went down this venture of, of the home-based business arena, and, building it the way we were taught to build it. And again, like I said, having a little bit of success, but not as good as we wanted to have it. Of course, it was always in us, so we were looking for different ways to try to, to make things happen. And fortunately enough, I was able to come online, like I said, in 2010, or maybe early part of 2000, the latter part of 2009 into 2010, and come online and just started to try to learn a lot of different things. And the biggest thing was, man, I just got overwhelmed very, very quick. Overwhelmed from the standpoint of trying to, piece together how all of this stuff is supposed to work. And you run across people that, share things with you as far as the marketing aspect is concerned, and putting up website blogs, and being an authority, all these different things that were just coming at you, lead generation, capture pages, just so many things. It's like, okay, what really works? What is it that I need to do? And lo and behold, of course, I was fortunate enough to come across a mentor, probably a couple of years into my new ventures, so to speak, online. And because of this mentor, I was able to earn some things from him, because, he kind of, like, in a sense, took us on his wings and showed us the ins and outs, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, and that kind of stuff. And so I started to have some success, and not only just a little bit of success, not, the little, measly $50 to $100 kind of stuff. It was actually figure that we were starting to get pretty much on a consistent basis. So I kind of like, okay, I kind of got a clue now. Yeah, I kind of know what I need to do now, because it's been spelled out. But just understand, it's always a learning phase. It's not something you just stop just because you have a little bit of success. So that's a little bit about, what I've kind of done so far. I don't want to get into a lot about me, because this really is about you. Of course, I want to share this with you as well. I've been married to my wife about 20 years. We got 5 kids, 5 grandkids. We've got 1 grandkid on the way, come due in May, and we're excited about that. Actually thrilled about that, having another little boy coming to the family. So that's really a blessing for me. I am belong to a local ministry here, been ministering since probably about 1990. So I always try to share that with individuals, because people know where I come from, what it is that I do. And I don't apologize for my faith, and I don't apologize for who I am. And you'll probably hear, especially if you've been on my blog for any length of time, a lot of the spirituality that may come out from time to time, and that's just who I am. And I hope you're cool with it. If not, that's not something I can do about. That's just who I am, and that's the strength that I have. And I would just want to say publicly that I give all thanks and praise to God Almighty for blessing me to be where I'm at and doing what I am doing, and having the success that I'm having. And in the process of that, being able to help a lot of people do the same thing. So that's the good part about online marketing. But anyway, let's get into this. Not enough about me, but I want to talk about tonight the 3 keys to faster success online for you. We're gonna, and again, give you kind of an overview. But my goal today, guys, is just to share simple truths. All right, simple truths just work. Simple sometimes will escape you if you're not paying attention. So I want you to see this from the standpoint of just an entrepreneur or a business person who wants to do something different. Okay, I want to let you know what's available out there, how the online marketing world actually works, and of course, the goal is not to sell you anything, but to inform you, right? And you make a decision on what route is best for you. Okay, so I want to let you know that up front. This is not about a sales presentation. This is not about you to buy anything. It's about sharing valuable content with you that'll help you, so that you'll know where Jerry is coming from versus what somebody else that you've been on their webinar or their training is coming from. Not to say in the future that something like that will not be possible for you to take advantage of from a resource standpoint, but this particular webinar, this training is not for that purpose. It's for you to be educated in a way that will help you make a better decision going forward. Again, I get a lot of individuals that are brand new to online marketing. They're trying to, feel their way through how all of this stuff works and what they can do to actually become a success. So that's the purpose for why this was put together. And I hope you get some value from it tonight. All right. So first and foremost, I have a goal in mind. Let me take a sip of water real quick. Okay. First and foremost, you got to have a goal in mind. What is it that you want to accomplish? All right. It's one thing to say, okay, well, I'm brand new to online marketing. I'm brand new to business, period. And I want to do something different. But what is it that I want to do? I really don't know. I need somebody to tell me. I need somebody to try to give me a little guidance. I need somebody to give me some insight. Okay. So you got to settle down in your mind. Have a goal in mind. What do you want to accomplish? You know, they used to tell us you need to find out what your reason why is. Why do you want to do this? When you find out why you want to do it, then you'll in a sense figure out how to do it. But while you're doing or trying to figure out why you're doing it, how you're doing it, the why is what's going to be the motivator. It's going to put you through all the ups and the downs, the struggles, the things that you're going to more than likely face as you take this path. Okay. It's not a path of a bed of roses. It's not something easy. And then let me say this real quick, guys. An entrepreneur is a different breed of person. Okay, they're not like anybody else. They're cut from a different cloth, right? Because they have decided to step out of their comfort zone to do something totally, completely different than what anybody else out there is doing. They're the ones that have decided that they're going to go against the grain. They're not going to be normal. They're not going to be of the mindset that I'm going to, settle in on this 40-year plan of working for somebody every single day of my life, being frustrated, being, upset, not wanting to get up early in the morning, hitting the alarm clock 3 and 4 and 5 times, thinking about getting off the moment you get into the job, right? Okay, when am I going to be able to go on vacation? All these things that go into your mind because you are, in a sense, enslaved to the cultural systemic system that is in place, And I'm not here to bash jobs. I mean, we all, of course, have to have jobs to be able to support our families. But what I'm saying to you tonight is that there is an evolution that can potentially take place for you so that you can come out of that situation, evolve into something greater than that, because there's a greater you, there's a greater purpose that you can fulfill if you jump out and get on the route to make it happen. So let's just back up. You got to have a goal in mind. What is it that you want to accomplish? Why do you want to do this? If it's to be able to create a lifestyle for your family, create a legacy for your family. Is it a charity thing? Is it an educational thing for your child? Is it the vacation? If it's to travel the world, whatever it is, what is the motivating factor for why you're doing this? Okay, because it got to be bigger than money. We'll talk about that in just a second as well. All right. So is it a total change of career? Do you just want to do something totally different? It's like, okay, I've done this for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. I want a total change of career, especially here in the States, thinking about the economy and the things that are going on and downsizing and laying off and all the things that are going on. It's always a wise move on your part to have a plan B. And that plan B could be start your home business, while you're in the process of being on the job. See things come in the pipe, so to speak. If you see things starting to fall apart around you, as far as individuals, not being able to keep their jobs, then you have to think about what you need to do to put yourself in a position where if something were to happen to you, what would you do? What is your plan B? What is option B for you? So is it a total change of career? If it is, think about that. Is it to supplement what you're currently doing? If it's a situation where you have a home that you have been living in for a number of years and you want to move into your home, but you need extra income to be able to do that, or maybe an extra $300 to $500 a month to do that. Is that the purpose of you wanting to do this? To just supplement? Or is it a hobby? Or are you just testing the waters? Okay. You have to really identify why you're doing what you're doing, because if you're really serious about it, you're going to take every available path and measure. You do whatever is necessary to make sure that this thing comes to pass, irregardless as to what obstacles you face, irregardless as to what type of struggles that you have, learning curves you got to go through, and the whole nine. If it's just a hobby, you know, it's not going to last. It's not going to work for you, because it's more than, you know, a notion just to jump into something and think you're going to be successful if you're just playing around and in a hobby. All right. So let me jump into the first key. We share with you, saying it's going to be 3 keys that you need to know, you need to have in place in order for you to have the success that you're looking for. First key is what? Okay. It's passion, or being passionate. Okay? And sometimes people may overlook that word. It's like, okay, well, I thought I got on this training for you to tell me about the good things. You know, I just want to be able to make $10,000 a month, you know, retire and get off my job and that kind of stuff. Okay, well, that's true, and that's possible. The potential is always there, but there, of course, there's a lot of hard work that's going to go with it. Let me tell you first and foremost, you got to have in place, and I've shared this on a number of occasions, but it's always a highlight in any training that I do, and it's the passion. You have to be driven by passion, okay? Because when you are driven by passion, the obstacles are not going to matter to you, okay? Because you know what it is that you're really driven by. You know what it is that you really want to accomplish, and you're not going to be stopped. You know, successful people have the mindset that they're not going to be stopped. Doesn't matter what comes their way, right? And I've said this, matter of fact, I blogged about this, is that sometimes you got to take the mindset that you will be failing forward. You know, will everything that you do be a failure? Absolutely not. But the little failures is going to tell you and teach you. It's going to be an indicator to you what actually doesn't work. Okay, that's the message that failure tells to you, that okay, now you found out what doesn't work. So the next time you attempt to do it, you're going to be doing totally different, because you found out what doesn't work, right? But either way, when you're going through these failures, your passion that you have for whatever it is you're doing, whatever it's a product or service or opportunity you're a part of, and we're going to talk about that in just a second as well, then that product, service, or opportunity has got to be something that you're really, really, really passionate about. It's not something you playing with. It's not something that well, I'm just going to sell this just to make $1. Well, I got news for you. You can't just sell something just to make $1, because the moment you don't sell it is the very moment you'll be ready to quit, right? Because you didn't have the passion for it. So this is a very important point. That's why I say, hint, don't chase money, because that is not what successful people do. Successful people figure out a way to bring value into the market, to assist the market, to help the market, whatever issue that they're contending with, dealing with. If you have bad eyes, of course, you're going to go to the individual that's going to help you with your eyes. You're going to get some eyeglasses, right? If you have health issues, of course, we're going to look for the physician. The physician is going to solve your problem, right? You know, if you have bad tires on your car, of course, you look at individuals who have tires fail to help you with your car. They're bringing their solutions to the market to help the market. And in return, what happens? When you get your eyes taken care of, when you get your medical conditions taken care of, when you get your tires fixed for your car, and you're going to be paying them money. Why? Because you've already got the service that they've given unto you, or the product that they offered to you. So in return, they don't have a problem paying you. So don't chase money. As one of my mentors said here a year or so ago, let money chase you. All right. Now, when you have decided that this is what you want to do, okay, it's not something you playing around with. This is not a hobby. This is serious business. You know, I'm passionate about what it is that I want to do. I want to change my career. I want to supplement my income, or whatever the case is. You got to do something that most people skip, especially in the online marketing space, right? Brand new venture, brand new something that they want to do. And then all of a sudden, they don't think they need to get education about it. Okay. Or if they do get education about it, they go in so many different directions, they can't never figure out exactly what's going on and what needs to happen. All right. So my advice to you guys is to educate yourself in your respective niche. And we'll talk about that in just a second as well. Educate yourself in your respective niche. Okay. When they say niche, that means a specific particular market that you want to get involved in. If it's crocheting, if it's dog training, if it's Zulu, if it's, window washing, if it's painting, if it's art, if it's baseball, if it's gaming, whatever the case is, educate. If it's online marketing, if it's traffic generation, if it's product creation, whatever it is, educate yourself in your respective niche. It doesn't make sense for an individual who's about to get, an automobile, right? Especially here in the States, in an automobile, that's one thing you got to do before they allow you to get in that car. Well, you can do it illegally, but they expect you to get educated. You go to driver's education class, whether it's in high school or whether you wait until you're an adult. You go and you get educated. You go through the classroom sessions. So they teach you about the road signs, what you can and you can't do, the ins and outs of driving. And then after that, you got to turn around and you've got to drive with an officer of the law, whether it's a highway patrolman or someone they've got designated to drive with you, to make sure that you know what you're doing when you go to drive the roads or the streets or the highways of this country. Right? So you got educated before they really set you free and let you loose in an automobile. You had to get a license to be able to drive. Okay. And same thing with a lawyer. When a lawyer or individual decides they want to practice law, they don't just allow you to go into the courtroom and start practicing law. They say, sir, ma'am, you've got to go to school. You've got to go in and get educated individuals who know this particular career. You get educated from them, and then when they see that you went through all the proper protocol, you've gotten all these issues addressed, you've gotten educated, you've had tests, if you pass these tests, you've proven that you know your stuff, and then they'll give you your degree in law, and then and only then can you go out and practice law. Okay, so the first step was you got educated. But what happens is individuals who get in the online marketing space, they just need to come on and make money. Okay. And I'm gonna tell y'all guys, that's the wrong approach. This is the deal. When you, of course, you come online, you wanna make money online, right? I get it. I absolutely get it. But sometimes some people come on with they're in desperation mode. They're in reading sales pages of so many people that had so much success and they made thousands of dollars and all this kind of stuff. Don't realize that there's certain skill sets that go along with that. They don't come on as a brand new internet online marketing and expect to make $500 to $1,000, $10,000 or whatever on a monthly basis pretty quick. It's just not reasonable. It's just not rational. Can it happen? Sure, it can. But does it happen the majority of the time? No, not really. We look at the stat, about 90% of the individuals online, they make a few dollars. Most of them are failing. You got about 3% of the individuals who've taken the time to do this one thing I'm taking time on, and that is educate yourself. Educate yourself, what it is that you want to do. Find that out. And when you find that out, then you can take things to the next level and start having some type of momentum going forward. Okay. Secondly, understand that when it comes to making money online, there's only two ways to make money online. All right. Get this. There's only two ways to make money online. The individual's just not going to come online and just, okay, well, let me go to this website and collect money because I'm online. No, it's just like the offline world. How does a storefront owner makes money? He sets himself up. He brings products. He brings some type of service. If it's a plumbing service, if it's an electrical service, electrical contractor, whatever engineer, they're bringing their services to the market. And what happens? Right? They set up their storefront and they have customers coming to them requesting their services or requesting their products. And when they requesting their products or services, when it's fulfilled, then the end user or the customer or the consumer is going to pay them for their services and for their products. Right? Same way online. There's going to be an exchange of a product or a service. There is no scheming, scamming. There is no gifting clubs and anything like that. No, there is an exchange of goods and services, products, services, or there is an opportunity available to you. It's just a matter of which direction you choose to go into. All right. First way is you're going to sell your own products. Now, I say this because that's probably going to be the most lucrative way for you to make money long term. Okay. But it's not the most feasible way for you to make money initially as a brand new marketer. For one, because it takes a lot of skill and expertise to be able to do that. Okay. It takes individuals who understand the market, who understand where they are, who understand traffic generation, who understands how to put their offer in front of people. It understands what you need to, it helps you to understand what you need to do to be able to create the products that you need to create in order to get them out to a market. It understands market research. What is it that's selling? What's hot? What needs out there? What kind of pack can I put behind this product to be able to create it? And once I create it, I've got to have websites up. I've got to have the follow-up process in place. I've got to have customer service. I've got to have the merchant accounts in place. I've got to have all of these things, the lead capture, the memory right to be able to hold my product and things like that. These things have in place if you want to sell your own products. That's the first way. The second way is to sell other people's products. And generally, this is going to be the best route for a newbie marketer, a completely newbie marketer coming online, a route to take is to sell other people's products. Why? Because you don't have to have the product creation. You don't have to put up websites. You don't have to have the follow-up in place. You don't have to have, the merchant accounts, all those things that are necessary for you to be able to have any type of chance at success online. This is the quickest route for you to be able to do that, sell other people's products. Now, let's just jump into a little of the actual business models, okay? So there's several business models. Then I'm not touching them every one of them, but I'm just kind of highlighting some of them that we're very familiar with, and ones that we became a part of, and ones that I can give you a little inside scoop on, right? So what type of business models are out there, okay? Just remember, we were talking about it in the beginning. Find out what niche you want to be involved in, understand what the niche is all about, get educated in it, find out, which one flows into your particular personality, what's your passion, what's driven, what's a better fit for you. So we're going to try to discuss it just briefly for you in just a second. So anyway, first and foremost, affiliate marketing. Okay, what exactly is that? Affiliate marketing is, of course, find a product that other business owners have already created the products, right? They've created products, they put them on the market, they've allowed other individuals to come through to make a product that they like, they have a passion for, that they can, sell to people that they know may need the product, something that may address a need or an issue in their lives. And of course, in return, you get a percentage of the commissions or the sale that's being made, right? So that's one type of business model. The second one is network marketing, also known as the multi-level marketing, or MLM. Of course, that's let me back up. The affiliate marketing, of course, that's something you can do from a single perspective. In other words, by yourself. You don't need anybody to do that. You go find a product, one that you like, and you start marketing the product, and boom, they pay you commission when you sell the product. Okay. All right. Now, secondly, network marketing. That involves, of course, a network. That's a network of individuals that you come in, and the way it's basically laid out is a kind of a multi-tiered setup. Let's just say, for example, you join a network marketing company. Of course, you've got to be what they call sponsored into the business. When you're sponsored into the business by another individual, let's just call him John. John brought you into the business. Now you are what they will call direct to John. You're on John's first level of this multi-level, multi-tiered setup. Right now, you go out and you bring Sally in, you bring let's say Larry in. So you've got two individuals on your first level. So, but those individuals will be on your sponsor's second level, right? So it's multi-tiered. And what's happening is a network is being formed, it's being built. And within the network, of course, you're going to have products and services that are going to be moving through the network. So every time somebody makes a sale within the network, the individuals that's above them who brought them in or sponsored them getting a certain percentage. And I'd be as much as the person who sold the product, but at least because they introduce you to the opportunity, you get a certain percentage of the sales throughout the network. Okay. Again, that's a very viable, lucrative opportunity for a lot of individuals who have the personality, of course, being a team leader and don't mind working with other people, because of course it's team oriented. You build a network, you're going to constantly be communicating with the network, you're going to be communicating with your team members, you're going to be having trainings, you're going to have get-togethers, you're going to be doing three-way phone calls to help them build their business and things like that, because people helping people kind of business. All right, that's the network marketing part of it. Now, product creation, as we said, you can sell your own product, of course. You can come online and, sell an information product, a digital product, something that you don't mind creating. Even now, just think about this presentation I'm doing even tonight. This PowerPoint presentation that I'm going through, majority of the time, hundreds of marketers who actually put together presentations like this from a teaching aspect, an educational aspect, and sell it on the market. So I could, in a sense, wrap this product up. Okay, this presentation we're doing tonight, this training that I'm doing tonight, wrap it up, put it in video form, put it on the sales page, and offer it as a product. It could be a newbie 101, basic 101 marketing, whatever the case is, and set for whatever I wanted to for it. But as a matter of fact, I had a guy that told me here just the other day, because I put some content out. I constantly put a lot of content out on the blog, and he's like, man, training you put out the other day, man, most people would have charged for that. It's like, yeah, I understand. I know most people would have charged for that. But my thing is, what you give away, the majority of the time you get to keep. When you can help somebody, you can empower somebody, you can train somebody to be better, then by default, ultimately, you're going to be reaping the rewards of helping somebody else long term. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to give everything away for free. Okay. We just do some, we do some highlighting on some key points. But later on, we can actually dig into the meat and potatoes of how it all needs to happen for you. And some of those things you just can't do in a 60-minute training call. So let's move along. All right. Of course, that's product creation. Like I said, your own. You can do your own thing. Joint venture. That means that you can partner with someone who has a product. You just leverage your list. But the key there is that you have to have a list to be able to leverage. In other words, when you have a list, it's an asset for you. The list is just an accumulation of names that you have generated online, people who've opted into your capture page and have gotten dumped into your autoresponder. Now you can communicate with them on a regular basis, every day, every week, every month, however often you choose to communicate with them. But you can take that list and you can bring those offers from your joint venture partner and present whatever it is your joint venture partner would like for you to present on their behalf. And of course, they'll cut you out 50-50 majority of the time, and maybe even a 60-40, which is something similar to affiliate marketing, but it just kind of takes it to a whole nother level. Sometimes you can get 100% of the sale. Depends on the joint venture partner. All right, let's move on. And the last thing I want to discuss, of course, there's a lot of other things, but I just want to highlight some things that I'm very familiar with, and that's service-based, like virtual assistant, SEO, service that you can, especially if you know about SEO, search engine optimization, ranking websites to the top of Google and stuff like that. A graphics creation service, you can do a blogging service, just so many different types of service-based business that you can do that you could be a part of. Okay. This is an overview of what's available, what's out there, what you can actually find yourself in. Affiliate marketing, network marketing, product creation, joint venture, service-based opportunities or businesses as well. All right. Now, key number 2, moving right along, making good time. You need to pick your business model, right? We've already shared with you the business models that are available. Now you need to decide which business model actually resonate with your personality. If it's affiliate marketing, where it's kind of a one-on-one kind of thing, you're doing your own thing, you just know how to drive traffic to these offers, that may be your thing. If it's a team-oriented kind of thing where you don't want to be doing it by yourself, you want to be a part of a multi-level marketing or network marketing thing, then that's the route you may want to take because you like the team atmosphere. If they, you do your own product kind of thing, where you build your own product, do your own thing, or whatever, because you have the skill set to be able to create products, you know how to do video tutorials or whatever the case is, you can pick that model as well. But it's on a side note, that's going to be especially for individuals that are brand new, that's a tough route to take. Most people don't take that route, but that's available to you as well. So think about it. Pick your business model. Which one resonate with your personality? When you find that, of course, we talked about the passion. You put that passion into that particular business model, and then you just go for it, right? So is it affiliate marketing? Is it network marketing? Is it a product launch? That's then only you can decide. Nobody else can decide it for you. You've got to decide it. All right. You got to identify the pros versus the cons. You know, everything that you do is going to be somewhat of a challenge to the most part when you first get started. That's like when, when you drive a car, like we talked about that example. It wasn't, when you first got in the car, right? Your objective was, of course, not to have a wreck. You want to keep the car in between the lines, or stay on your side of the road. You probably had two hands on the wheel, right? Everywhere you went, you were very conscious. You were paying attention to what you were doing. You were watching the cars that were coming. You stopped at all stop signs, all red lights. You looked both ways. You did all those things. But the more comfortable you got with driving, you start loosening up. You took one hand off the wheel. Matter of fact, you may have taken both hands off the wheel. You start driving with your knees, right? It's sort of kind of what I do sometimes. You even maybe on your cell phone trying to text while you're driving, right? Because you've gotten better and better at it. So your skill sets developed. They got better, right? But at the beginning, it wasn't that easy. It was kind of difficult. It was kind of nerve-wracking. It was kind of stressful, but you got more comfortable with it. It's the same thing in a network, in a home-based business. Identify the pros and cons. Just know that there are going to be cons. The pros, of course, you're going to be able to, once you start building it and having some success in it, of course, you'll be able to enjoy the things that you want to enjoy. The time freedom, the financial freedom, the traveling, the giving to your charity or whatever the case is. The cons, of course, is going to be, of course, trying to learn this stuff. It's just, some people come in, well, I just want to make money right now. I don't want to have to go through all this learning stuff. Well, this is the truth. And that's what I always want to speak. The truth is you've got to just stop and learn. Okay. You just got to learn. You just got to get what you got to get, because that's the only way you're going to be better. You got to ask yourself, are you serious about it, or are you just treating this like a hobby? If you treat it like a hobby, then you're not going to take the time to learn. But if you want to do it the right way, then you're going to learn the right way. All right. And as I said, be prepared to go through a learning curve in all models, every one of them. There's going to be a learning curve. It's not going to be an easy road to travel. If it was easy, think about it. Everybody would be doing it. So it's not going to be easy, right? You got to know your strengths and your weaknesses. Okay. In other words, it means you got to know yourself. What I do, most people probably not able to do. They have an opportunity, they have a chance to do it, but they may not be as dedicated as I am. They may not be as committed as I am. They may not want to be as consistent as I am, right? Did I always, do this? Was I always like this? No, but the more I learned, the more I educated myself, the more I understood the process that I had to go through in order to get the success that I needed to get, because of the big reason why. You remember that? The passion that was driving. What was I going out of this? To benefit, how I can change another person's life, how I can put them in a better position to have success in life, how I can teach, something you can give to somebody else that, not selfishness, right? That's what you got to look. You got to look beyond you, beyond yourself, and ask yourself, what is the gift that God Almighty has given unto me to give to the world? And when you look at it from that perspective, it makes it a whole lot easier to go after your dreams that you desire, because your dreams include helping somebody else. Okay. So know your strengths and your weaknesses. Okay. You're strong in doing a certain thing. It may be video creation. It may be blogging. It may be being an author. It may be writing. It may be whatever the case is. Know your strengths, know your skills, know what you can bring to the market. Right. And also know your weaknesses, because once you know your weaknesses, you know the things you need to do to become better at what it is that you need to become better at. So know yourself, know thyself, right? And the last key is, once you've got your business model in place, you found your passion, you got your business model, you know what product, you know what service, you know what opportunity you want to bring to the market, then it's time to take it to the market. That's like a step 1, 2, 3. Know myself, know what I'm doing, figure out my passion, figure out product service, know the business that I want to be a part of, whether it's network marketing, affiliate marketing, product creation, product launch model, whatever. And now I want to take it to the market, and it goes into the market. Okay. Simple, profound, step-by-step approach that you take once you figure out what you're doing, right? Exposure. It's time to promote. It's time to put in front of your audience. And there's a number of different ways that you can put it in front of people. And we can go through that training as well at a later date, but I don't want to get into all that right now because we're cutting short for time. I just got a few minutes here. I want to share this with you, but it's time to promote. It's time to put it now in front of individuals. So some people think, oh, it's just about getting the product and just, putting it on Facebook, or it's getting the product and putting it out there on Twitter, and just spamming it and just putting all that stuff out there. No, there's a right way to promote and there is a wrong way to promote. Okay, when it's the right way is to be able to be an attractive figure, an attractive character, attractive individual who's there to assist and to help. You think about the approach that we take, right? It wasn't about, me bringing you on a training call and, putting a link in front of you and saying, buy this stuff. No, it was about me putting you on a training call and sharing something with you that's going to help you, that's going to empower you, right? That's going to assist you, that's going to help build your business. Right. And that's attracting you, to me, just like it would attract other people to you if you took the same approach. Right. Because it's not about what I can get from you. It's about what it is that I can get to you. Right. It's not about trying to get money from you. It's about trying to get education to you, to help you, to share with you how you can be successful in your business. Why? Because this is what I found to be the model, to be the path to take, to understand what you're doing so that you can have success that you see so many other people having out there, and you can have it a lot faster and a lot quicker than you think. See, some people may have thought, well, he's going to show us how to make, $5,000 tomorrow or next month, or $1,000 or $500. No, I'm giving you the process, giving you the principles that you've got to have settled in your mind that you've got to do and you need to have in place. You have somewhat of a roadmap. Now, of course, you got to add to this. This is not an all-exhaustive kind of thing. You got to add to what it is that I'm sharing with you, but that comes later. But now you have the foundation. You understand what you got to in place, the mindset you got to have in place, the hurdles that you're going to face, the ups and downs, the struggles, the obstacles, and just know that it's going to take the passion to push through all the things that you're going through in order to have the goals in mind that you want to reach. So anyway, we're down to the point where we've been through the business model. We know the product, we know the passion. Now we're trying to put it in front of individuals. And it's not about, again, the spamming, the plastering, the blasting of the link all over the place. It's about how you can present it in a way where it's attractive. But there's two types of ways that you can present it. Okay. So I ask yourself the question, what happens the path? What is it I can do? How can I put this in front of individuals where it's a way that is accepted, and not one that is repelled, but one that is accepted. Okay, there's a few ways. Okay, and that's to require commitment of your time. And if you didn't get on the training I did like a couple weeks ago, you can check it out on my blog where I talks about 2 killer strategies that you can get traffic to your website within 24 hours. Check that out on the blog if you haven't saw that training yet. But there's a free way, of course, it's commitment of your time. And let me say this. Thing about it is there's nothing really free, right? I say free, but it's not free it's free from the standpoint of it doesn't cost you money, but it's not free from the standpoint because it costs you your time. You got to put in some elbow grease to make this work. And of course, secondly, there's a paid method or paid avenues that you can take to expose, to put this product, service, opportunity, whatever you've chosen, whatever path you've chosen to get this in front of individuals, you can pay that. And most newbie marketers don't necessarily want to go down the paid route because they're in search of trying to make money, not necessarily spend the money. So there's some ways you've got to learn as far as free traffic generation strategies. And like I said, you can check the training out on the blog for that as well. That'll give you pretty much a two for sure, for real killer strategies that you can implement probably starting today, tonight, tomorrow, if you choose to do that. Chose to go the free route from those 2 strategies. All right. So remember, you are building a business, right? This is a business. This is a career path you've chosen. As we told you from the beginning, this is not a hobby that we're looking at. This is a new career path that we've chosen. We've got to do one thing and one thing only, first and foremost, and that's get educated about it. It's not a get quick thing. This is not this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It will take time, guys. but it doesn't have to be years like most businesses. You have to approach it as a business. You have to approach it from the standpoint that it's going to take you time to get it up and off the ground. You got to think about those guys who start those brick and mortar businesses. How long does it take for them even to get a return on their investment? How much money are they having to spend on insurance and on the building and on utilities and on taxes and on payroll and on the foods and the resources and whatever it is they selling? How much do they have to put in up front, and they haven't even gotten the first customer in the door, right? Why? Because they're building a real business, and your business will start by one prospect, one subscriber, one follower, one lead, one customer at a time. And over time, you develop a customer base, you'll develop a following, you'll develop individuals who are following you because of the passion they sense and they feel in your voice and what it is that you do. Just like you hear me tonight, you can feel the passion, you can sense the passion, you can sense the empowerment that I have to give you the information in front of you. Just like you feel that from me, other individuals will feel the same thing from you because they understand now you're in the vein, you know what it is that you're going after, and you have a path that you're going after, and not sharing that path with other people to be able to create the same success that you've created. Okay, when they sense that and they feel that, you lock, right? You headed somewhere, you're doing something. So understand, this is a marathon, not a sprint. It's going to take some time. So be willing to put in the time to make it happen for you, right? It's not a get rich quick scheme, right? It's not going to happen. It doesn't work like that. So just make up your mind. I'm in it for the long haul. I want to do it because I want to see my family come out. Just imagine, man, when your family is in a position where they no longer have to struggle for money. They don't have to worry about, whether or not the bank is going to come pick up the automobile because the payments are late. They're not going to have to worry about whether or not the home is going to be foreclosed on, right? Because you took out the time to educate yourself, to learn a new craft, to learn a new skill, to put yourself in position where now you can take your family, on these vacations, on these trips, and, can do things for your grandkids. You can have Christmas already ready and paid for. In fact, you can go to other homes and help them pay for Christmas because you did the things that were the hard things, right? I'm not telling you anything that is easy. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, doing this stuff can be hard, but it's rewarding, right? Because it's something that you own. Like we said, you got to understand that this is your plan B. This is your baby. This is something that you own. This is not anything anybody else can take from you but you. And once you put your name on it, you say, man, I am an entrepreneur. I have my own business. I am the chief executive officer of my business, and I am proud of what I'm accomplishing. Even if I don't have the first customer or the first prospect or the first lead or the first subscriber, I am proud of what I'm doing because it's mine. And can't nobody take that from you. But just know that your business is not something that's going to happen quick. It's not a get rich quick scheme. All right, so let's recap real quick. We're right on time. Number one, you got to get educated, right? We follow that. We understood that there's a process you got to go through. You can't come online to try to understand network marketing or affiliate marketing or online marketing without an education. You got to get educated. All right. Secondly, you got to pick your business model, product or service, something that ties into you, something that ties into what it is that you resonate with, something that you wouldn't have a problem going through the ups and downs for. Think about it like that. Okay. If you're down, would you still be doing this? If you're up, definitely you're going to be doing it. But if you're down, would you still be pursuing? Would you still be pushing? Would you still be trying to, make this thing happen? When that passion is there, the answer is yes. When the passion is not there, the answer is absolutely not. That's the very moment you're going to quit because you didn't have the passion to keep you going through the down times, right? And thirdly, we got to take it to the market. We have to promote it. We got to put it out there. We got to expose other individuals, not just other individuals in general. We just can't spam. We just can't paste and can't blast. We just broadcast our link all over the Facebooks and the Twitters and the YouTubes and the Instagrams and all those other social media sites. We got to make sure that we're targeting the right people. And we're targeting the right people, then we can have the success that we're looking for from those individuals that we know beyond the shadow of a doubt that they're coming to us because of the content, because of what we put out, because of how we approach this thing. Okay. So that's a quick recap. Now, what we're going to do is going to jump into, man, that's right on time. It's 3 minutes after 9. We're going to jump into some questions and answers. So I'm going to jump out of the screen share and go back live into the video. So just give me a second here, and I'm going to see if we have any questions. Let me stop the screen share. Stop that. And we'll go back into the, there we go. As we come back, taking the time for Mr. Google to do this thing. Okay. Stop that. All right. Now we are back. Let me stash that back. Get this right. And we should be cooking. But I missed my sidebar here. So let me see what's going on here. It's not letting me bring it back up. I don't want to attach it. All right. I want to put that back over here. All right. Got a little glitch here coming out of it, but it's going to be okay. I think it's back now. So let me do that. All right. So, all right. All right, guys. So if there is any questions, and again, I know because I missed a question or two here not too long ago. If there's a question, please, by all means, type your question in the chat box, and we'll shoot an answer over there for you. Yep, we'll get an answer for you. So if you got a question, type it in the chat box. Well, I'll take a look at this here. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, that was a lot of content. Let me take a little sip of my water here. And hope you guys understand, we've shared. I mean, I think I know beyond a doubt that it is a roadmap for those who are trying to get their feet understand how this stuff works. It's real business. Okay, it's nothing to play with. It's just what it is. Try to stop and think for a moment. What is it that you want to accomplish? What is it that you want to do? Want to have a passion for, and just pursue it. Okay, it's not a hobby. It's not something that you play around with. It's something that you take seriously. And when you're serious about it, you're going to get the education that's going to coincide, that's going to match with what it is that you want to do. All right, so just think about that. And I'm checking over here for any questions here. So I don't want to miss your questions, my friends. Okay. I don't, this thing, that's the crazy thing about this. It sometimes, the sidebar kind of messes up, so I'm not able to see all of the attendees. So I hope I'm not missing you guys, because I know that that was on here just a few minutes ago. I don't want to overlook you. I know last couple of times I had to shoot an email to you guys offline or off of the training, but either way, I just want to say, okay, thanks guys. I appreciate it. We're pretty much right at that 60-minute mark. The training call has been very helpful and informative. And those who were not able to catch it, of course, we're going to shoot the replay out to you guys. If you signed up, of course, at the link, you should be able to get a link to see the replay, so you can kind of have this to you at a later time. So do yourself a favor, jump over there and check it out. Of course, you'll be checking it out because now you'll be getting the replay, whatever. But if you have any questions, you should be able to also shoot those questions back to me. I want to be able to make sure that we touch bases with you and get your questions answered. I went through a lot of content tonight. I kind of like open your eyes to some things. I kind of share some things that I believe will be helpful to you, to try to get to make sense out of what you're doing. Okay. I guess in conclusion, the main thing is just, find out what it is you're passionate about. When you find out what you're passionate about, you know what you got to do. You know what particular business model resonate with you. And if you were to ask me, for one, what is the best route for a brand new person online to get faster success quicker than they thought possible, as the webinar title was talking about, and that is to go into the role of leveraging a system that is already in place, right? Leveraging a product, leveraging the name of an individual who's already out there in the market, right? Because they're leveraging you, they're leveraging your efforts, they're leveraging your time, they're leveraging your paid traffic, they're leveraging your free traffic generation strategies in the whole nine. But you should be able to leverage what it is that they do, right? If they've got a product, they've got a service, they got something already out there that is successful, what you want to do is tap into that, right? Don't come online and try to recreate the wheel because you start from scratch. Number one, you don't have a name. Nobody knows you. Number two, you don't have an audience, right? And that's going to be the biggest things. The name, you don't have an audience. And thirdly, you haven't had a product that is created. And it's going to take you some time to create the product. Now, could you do it? Sure. But it's going to take some skill sets development. Okay. I don't know if you guys like this, just the truth, right? I don't know what everybody else share with you, what everybody else tell you or teach you, but this is the truth, and this is what you got to have. Okay. Your skills is what's going to get you paid. Nothing more, nothing less, right? There's a reason why certain people, and no offense to individuals who dig ditches, or no offense to anybody who picks up trash, in the city trash truck or whatever, right? There's a reason why individuals who dig ditches and trash in the city trash truck, those individuals who works in law firms. And the difference is just anybody can dig ditches and anybody can pick up trash, but very few people, right? The small percentage of individuals to become lawyers and practice law, right? When you in that smaller percentage, of course, you can make the more money because you took the time to develop you, to educate you, to get the stuff that you needed. And when you did that, what happens? You get compensated for it because you took the time to do that. And it's the same thing in the online marketing world. If you come online, you have the mentality of a person who picks up garbage or whatever. And again, no offense, or the mentality or the educational level of an individual who's digging ditches. Again, no offense. It's just a comparison. It's just a comparison so you see what I'm trying to share with you. Okay, it's all about the value that you bring. Whatever value you have is what you get paid for. You wonder why some people make more money than other people? It's because of the value they bring to the table. It is that they're worth as an individual. Okay, that's why they say, I think one of the commercials that says here, I've seen it several times, it says a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Because that's true. Because what you possess, what you contain, is what you share and what you give into the market in whatever capacity. So just remember that, guys. I just want to drop that on you and hope you got, again, a lot of value and a lot of eye-opening aha moments for you. This is strictly geared towards people who are just getting started. Those are brand new online. I know that there are some experienced people out there. I'm not naive and not understanding that, but everybody doesn't start at the top. Everybody doesn't start in the middle. Most people start at the bottom. Why? Because statistically speaking, there's 97% failure in the online marketing space. And that's because people don't have the educational knowledge and they don't have the skills to stay in the game and to make it work. It's because sometimes they don't get the information that they've gotten tonight to understand that, this is the truth and this is how it works. It's not a get quick scheme. It's a business and you got to treat it like a business. All right, guys, this has been Jerry Handy, jerryhandy.com. Always empowering entrepreneurs education. Again, leave us a comment, leave us a feedback. Let us know what you think about it so we'll know what kind of training we can put together going forward to help you even further. Till next time, God bless, guys. We'll talk soon. Take care.